I burned all the photos with my wife in utter heartbreak. I said a final goodbye to my dog who had been with me for 7 years. Then I resolutely got into the car heading to the airport. I threw away my wedding ring and completely ended my relationship with my wife, but she had no idea. She was still at the hospital accompanying her first love. 3 days later, when she came home, she saw the empty house and the divorce papers I left on the bedside. That was when she started to regret everything. But she brought this all upon herself. I was once an award-winning top PhD in the field of robotics. 7 years ago, she was drugged and almost assaulted by a group of thugs. I stepped in and saved her, then helped her detox when the drug kicked in. After marriage, I gave up my robotics career, willingly became a stay-at-home dad, supported her career in silence, and took care of our 2 kids. I thought we would live happily ever after. Until that day, I made a full homemade meal for our daughter's birthday, but waited until 8 p.m. and they still hadn't come home. I called her. She coldly told me not to bother her, then hung up. I took the dog for a walk and saw her happily celebrating our daughter's birthday with her first love. The kids even asked if he could be their new dad. She even said in public that I was the one who planned her drugging 7 years ago, and that she only married me because I detoxed her. Her words stabbed me like a knife. 7 years of effort meant nothing to her. I finally decided to leave her and the kids for good. When I got home, I drafted the divorce papers, then went to my professor at the research institute, told him I wanted to return to the lab, and promised to rejoin the team in 7 days. The next morning, she brought her first love home. The kids ran into his arms like he was their real father, completely ignoring my feelings, even asked him to stay and be their dad. After she went to work, her first love tried to provoke me. He baked a cake for the kids himself. They were overjoyed, but didn't know our daughter is severely allergic to peanuts. Not long after, she had an allergic reaction and passed out. I immediately checked the situation, tasted the cake, and found peanuts in it. Without hesitation, I rushed her to the hospital I never expected. When my wife arrived, our son blamed me for everything. She grabbed my collar on the spot, refused to hear any explanation, and pushed me away hard, saying someone like me didn't deserve to be a father. The worst part, her first love didn't admit to making the cake. Instead, he joined in and slandered me, and my wife didn't blame him at all. When our daughter woke up, she didn't blame him either. She even asked him to stay and tell her a story. Watching them act like a real family, my heart shattered completely. Back home, I burned all our photos, packed my bags, and left the place I had lived in for 7 years for good. Welcomed by my professor, I threw myself back into robotics. As I got into the car, I threw away my wedding ring and truly let go of that relationship. Meanwhile, my wife was still with her first love, unaware. Until she saw I had been discharged, she rushed home with the kids, only to find no trace of me, just the divorce papers I left behind.